So this is basically a project management presentation for the project planning, and this is based on the Taunton Warehouse project mandate. So these are the contents of my project. Project overview, communication plan, work breakdown structure, activity list, network diagram, and critical path. So this is basically the project overview, and all of these fields that have been mentioned over here have been taken from the project mandate. No value has been added from outside, because the project overview is supposed to be based on the project mandate, the requirements that has been given by the company to the client. Okay, and that has been, so you can listen to the audio in order to better explain these. Okay, and the estimated cost, as you have said, these are divided into direct and indirect costs. Indirect costs are supposed to be maximum 22% of the budget based on the financial rules. Yeah, so for optimization, so that's why it has been set to 0.77 and 2.73. And the estimated time scale, this has been actually given in. Yeah, so this one basically, yeah, they have said that they would be taking employees from. So basically that is the thing. The investment appraisal has been added. This is the investment, this is the profit that has been made, that can be made per year. So we can say that the payback period is 17 months. Okay, so now this is the communication. This is the communication plan. So here we need to explain who are the target audience and who are the owners of the communication plan and what are the mediums. So all of this I have explained in the audio file. Please listen to that audio file. Now the work breakdown structure, all of these work packages have been taken from the project mandate, and I have explained the individual activities which are involved in the work packages. So basically, for further explanation, also listen to the audio file, listen to this file and that file, and both files you need to like understand the concept and then give presentation. Now these are the activity lists. So the level 1 categories. Okay, so these are the hierarchical. This is the project name. This is the first level of the hierarchy. This is the low level at the hierarchy. Hierarchy means these are like stepwise diagrams. So this is like a hierarchical diagram, which is the work breakdown structure. Now these are the level 1 category of the activities. These have been mentioned here, and these are the individual activities. Here are the activity numbers that have been added. And the duration 9 months was given in our project. The most important thing about the duration is if you add all of them, these have to correspond to 16 months. So because our project is starting from January 2020, ending in April 2021, which is, if you count, it is 16 months. So that has been well taken care of, and some of the assumptions have been made, such as this activity will complete in 2 weeks, 1 month, and based on those assumptions we have taken care of introducing the durations. And now here, if you see the preceding activity, some of the activities are happening in parallel, some of the activities are having in sequential, one after the other. Once we construct a new site, then only we can go to the starting vehicle maintenance unit. So for activity 2, first activity should be completed, and activity 2 and 3 can happen parallelly. So while this is happening, this activity can also happen. So for activity 3, the preceding activity is not 2, it is 1. Okay, then once 2 and 3 are completed, then only fourth activity can be done. So that's why 2 comma 3 are the preceding activity for activity 4. Okay, after 4 is completed, fifth activity will take place, preceding activity 4. For 6 activity, preceding activity is 5. Then for activity of 7, the preceding activity is 6. Because after existing employees have been recruited, if required, then only we'll go to the new employees. Otherwise we don't we are not gonna hire them. Okay, then after you if you hire a new employees, then you are supposed to perform the training. Okay, you have to train them, otherwise the operations will not be optimal. So after that, we will train all the employees parallelly. So all these activities 8, 9, 10 will happen after ending 7 activity, and these are going to be parallel. And there are different types of employees: warehouse operatives, drivers, admin colleagues, and the durations have been assumed. Then after that, after 8, 9, 10 is completed, 11 activity is going to happen. So in that way, we have mentioned every preceding activity and the duration of each of the activities. Now, my reason for bringing the video presentation was to explain this network diagram. So let me just tell you. So each of these boxes, they represents the activity. Okay, this is box 1, 2, 3, activity 1, 2, 3, 4, activity 5, activity 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and this is finish, and this is start activity. Okay, now if you listen, we have the duration as 9 months, 0.5 month, 1 month, 0.5, 0.5 month, 0.5 month. So those durations have been written here. This is activity 1, 9 months duration, activity 2, 0.5 duration. So this is activity number and this is the duration, and it has been repeated along all of these boxes individually, like, okay. Then afterwards, you need to remember which are the activities which are happening parallel. 2, 3 are happening parallelly, 8, 9, 10 are happening parallelly, 13, 14, 15, 16 are happening parallelly. So here if you see, 2 and 3 are happening parallelly, 8, 9, 10 happening parallelly, 13, 14, 15, 16 happening parallelly. That's why these are in this particular order. Then you draw the arrow marks. This is called as a network diagram, and the top values are called as early start, early finish. This is called as late start, late finish. For starting activity, it is 0, 0, 0, 0. For finishing activity, it is 16 months, 16 months, 16 months, 16 months. This is because of our project is 16 months, but you have to make sure that you will get 16 value here. If you don't get, then it means something is wrong in this. So then afterwards, this is about activity 0, sorry, activity 1. It starts 0th month, right? Now if you see here, this is 9th month it will finish because the duration is 9. So 0 month starting, 9th month ending, because duration is 9. Then afterwards, 9th month when it completes, you will fill these lower values later on in the backward diagram, but in the forward diagram we will fill only the top rows, which are called as early start, early finish. So 9th month, this is finishing. So 9th month, these two activities will start. 9th month they will start, 0.5 month it will finish, 9.5. 9 plus 1, it becomes 10. Now 9.5 and 10. So when will this activity start? After it finishes both the activities, right? So at 10th month this will start. So basically maximum of this value is taken as 10 here. So 10 is taken here. 10 plus 0.5 is 10.5. This 10.5 reflects here, plus 0.5, 11. 11 reflects here, add duration 11.5. You go on, 11.5 plus 1, it becomes 12.5. 12.5 month, these all activities will start. Add the duration, it becomes 13.5. Add the duration, it becomes 13. Add the duration, it becomes 13. Now this activity will start after finishing all the three activities. So it will start at maximum of 13.5 comma 13. So it is 13.5. 13.5 plus 1 duration, it becomes 14.5, so on. Like that you will be able to complete this diagram. Okay, so basically here this activity will start at 15.5, which is the maximum values of the early finish of here, 15.5. 15.5 plus 0.5, it becomes 16. 16 value is equals to 16. So this diagram is correct in the top portion. Now in the reverse portion, this is also written 16. Now in the reverse way, this 16 is reflected over here. Okay, 16 minus 0.5, it becomes 15.5. This 15 is reflected here, 15.5, 15.5, 15.5, 15.5. You do minus duration, it becomes 15.25. Minus duration, it becomes 15.25. Minus duration, it becomes 15.0, because it is 0.5. Now you are not going to take the maximum of these values, but we are going to take the minimum of these values and reflect over here, because here we have 15.25 and 15 are the unique values. So we'll represent 15 here. Then minus duration, it becomes like this. This is reflected here. Minus duration, it comes here. 13.5, 13.5 reflected here, here. Minus duration, it becomes 12.5. Minus duration 13. Minus duration 13. Now 13 and 12.5, which one is the minimum value for the late finish? it is 12.5. 12.5 reflected here minus duration, it becomes 11.5. 11.5 minus duration, 11. 11 minus 0.5, 10.5. 10.5 minus duration, 10. 10 is reflected here. Here minus duration, it becomes 9.5. Minus duration, it becomes 9. 9 and 9.5 minimum value is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. This 0 and this 0 are matching, so this diagram is correct. Now you need to come up with a critical path basically. So critical path basically represents the path of the activities that cannot be delayed under any circumstances, so that the project completes on time. Okay, if there is an activity which can be delayed by few days, then the project deadline will not change, then that activity is not involved in the critical path. How do you find the critical path from the network diagram? It is based on the float value. Float value is, what is the float value? It is early start minus early finish. If this value is equal to 0, then that activity is located on the critical path. If this value is not 0, it is not located in the critical path. It means that 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, located at the critical path. 9 minus 9, 0, located at the critical. 9 minus 9.5, its difference is 0.5, so it is not located at the critical path. 10 minus 10, 0. This minus this, 0. These two values are equal, it is critical path. Equal, critical path. Equal, critical path. Not equal, not critical path. Not equal, not critical path. So in that way, equal, critical path. Equal, critical path. Not equal, not equal, not equal. These two are equal, so critical path. Equal, critical path. So what does it indicate? It indicates that this activity, whether it starts at 9th month or 9.5 month, it can finish at 9.5 or 10. Okay, so because of the delay by half month, this activity is not affected by this, so it is not on the critical path. For example, this activity, if it starts at 9.5, it will finish at 10.5, but this is supposed to start at 10. So that 0.5 will be delayed, right? So that will delay this, that will delay this, ultimately it will delay the project. That's why if a float is 0, then it is located on the critical path. So finally, this is the risk register. I have already explained in the audio file. Please listen to that. And these are the risk descriptions. We have come up with the risk descriptions, the risks that can be involved in the moving of the Taunton warehouse. So we define probability of the risk, which is the chance of it happening, the impact of the risk, whether it will have very high impact on the business or low impact. Then we multiply the probability and impact and get the risk rating. So if the risk rating is greater than or equal to 15, that is represented by the red color. It indicates that it is a very high risk. So the probability value varies from 1 to 5, impact value varies from 1 to 5. We select them, we come up with the color codes, and this is called as the risk log. Then we come up with the actions, the responsible person, the review date. The review date has been set to 5th of February. The date raised was 2nd of January, but this risk log was written on 30th April. We followed the template for the risk register. We have followed the template for the critical path. We have followed the template for the network diagram. We have followed the template for activity list. We have followed the template for work breakdown structure. All of this from the Brio lessons, even the communication plan, even the project overview. So the two important points that have been that we have used is the project mandate and the presentations to come up with this.